play. The 6th ranked wrestler in the country by Intermat, 9th by win, and 8th by Intermat. So another matchup where, as Cassie mentioned earlier in our opening, that there's a lot of ranked wrestlers, but they're going against unranked opponents.
Yeah, kind of some lopsided matches going on in this game, as we saw Richards really just demolish Brankel there, and we're seeing Thorn, who's one of the best at the 141, taking on a freshman who's only 3-8, 0-4 in the Big Ten, filling in for the injured Brock Irvin, as after that tech fall, Illinois grabs an 8-7 lead.
Absolutely. And Brock Irvin, a guy who won 5 state titles in high school, he moved up a weight class and just grabbed another for good measure, it seems. But no takedown call right here as Thorn tries to get him wrapped around. And there we go, takedown right there, 2 points.
Thorn just looks a little bit quicker than Jodeh here. He's moving at a quicker pace. I guess that happens when you're the younger brother of former All-Americans Mike and Dave Thorn, wrestling in the blood.
Absolutely, and it seems like a lot of wrestlers come from, you know, big families. We saw Francis Edelin get his first Big Ten win. 4th of 10 children, so a lot of siblings, and it seems like wrestlers always talk about how they have to wrestle their siblings for a piece of the pie at dinner. And bringing up brothers again, there's Chris Farr, Brett Farr, we saw earlier. Brett at 197 for Minnesota, and Chris at 184 for the Golden Gophers. Brothers wrestling on the same team, and it looks like we're going to start right here with Jodeh in the bottom position, and it seems like Thorn's getting a little bit of the best of him, probably coming from a bit more experienced wrestler.
Thorn, only a redshirt freshman, 28-7 on the season, 7-1 in his inaugural Big Ten campaign. Tied for second on the team with 4 ranked wins this season.
Ooh, a big bit of a wrap right there. Looks like Jodeh's in a little bit of pain, getting turned around. A bit of call right there. Oh, it looks like it was pushing his elbow into his face. A no-no right there from the referee. Musa Jodeh cranking out his arm a little bit, had his shoulder twisted, but he's going to start in the bottom position. 1 minute and 5 seconds of riding time right here for Thorn, so big advantage up early in the first. Jodeh had his legs spread out, but back on his stomach again with Thorn wrapped around. So it seems like Thorn's just probably going to take this first period, ride it out, get some riding time, maybe get a point in here if he can. Just doesn't want to give up that escape to cut his lead to just 1. But it looks like Jodeh wants to cut the lead right there. Looks like he's trying to get out. Oh, but getting brought back down by Thorn. Thorn just manhandling him, pushing him back down to the ground. But Jodeh says, no way, I'm going to get out, and does. So it is 2-1 for Jodeh. 38 seconds left to go in this first period.
Jodeh finally gets the escape, but does fall behind. 1 minute 42 of riding time advantage for Thorn, and that's going to continue to rise as it just gets another takedown.
Yep, right there, 4-1 in favor of Thorn. So, you know, Brock Irvin, not exactly a highly ranked wrestler. He probably would have struggled in this matchup as well, but Jodeh just trying his best in a bit of a reserve role for the Fighting Illini.
Under 10 seconds, but over 2 minutes of riding time here as Tommy Thorn has thoroughly dominated this first period.
Looks like they stalled a little bit there for the end, but there we go at the end of the first period. Tommy Thorn up 4-1 over Musa Jodeh for Illinois, and Illinois up 8-7 after that dominating tech fall by Zane Richards, who's currently excited to be back. But Jodeh right here going to start on top. Going to try to get rid of that riding time maybe in this second period. Stay on top as long as possible. Even if he gets escaped, then he can try to go for the takedown. So a bit of a strategy, just try and cut this lead. Make it easier in the third period. It seems like the hole that Jodeh's in is one to be dug out of in the third period. Jodeh trying to slam him down, but now he's in a compromised position, off balance. But he's going to get back up. Now he's going to try for the slam. Ooh, doesn't get it as easily. Thorn trying his best, but Jodeh in control and then lets him go. So Thorn gets 1.51 lead for Tommy Thorn.
Yeah, Jodeh thinking he could maybe duplicate what Krales did to Black at the heavyweight and maybe what Edelin did to Petrie, riding them out for an entire period. But Thorn gets the escape, but the riding time under 2 minutes now.
yeah, when you get into the Big Ten season, you know, it's all about, you know, especially this deep in the season, just try to ride them out because I said earlier, you know, these guys can expend a lot of energy for Illinois and Minnesota since they have so much time before the Big Ten championships, but it depends on, you know, how much gas in the tank do they actually have left. Big Ten wrestling always so grueling, and then you save up this energy and then you wrestle maybe 2 or 3 times at the Big Ten tournament, and then right after that you got to have the quick turnaround to go to Madison Square Garden. You'll probably see at least members from both these teams qualify, and you'll see them in Madison Square Garden in mid-March.
Yeah, and you're looking at Jodeh in his situation, currently filling in for the injured Brock Irvin, so this potentially could be the last match he wrestles in the entire season, so he is going to want to have the mindset that this is his national championship and go out with a win, which over number 6 ranked Tommy Thorn would be a big boost to his team. He's got a lot of work to do as we head to under 20 seconds in the second period, though.
Yeah, and this doesn't look good for Jodeh Thorn. He's got 1:52 riding time, 5-1 lead, so Thorn could probably stall this one out a little bit as we edge in on the end of the second period. Keep staying in a bit of a neutral position, not engaging too much as we are about to head into the third period. There we go, Tommy Thorn up 5-1, 1:52 of riding time over Musa Jodeh, 8-7 lead for the Fighting Illini. And for Illinois, for this Illinois staff, you got a few guys in contention for the national title. Obviously, defending national champion Isaiah Martinez at 157, only one loss in his entire career. And Jim Heffernan, you know, been coaching here for a while for the Fighting Illini. A lot on his resume, and hopefully trying to work his way up and maybe get a Big Ten title under his belt come March.
And you look at the wrestlers he's brought in. You had Jesse Delgado a couple years ago winning back-to-back national championships. Obviously, as you mentioned, Isaiah Martinez winning the 157 last year. Going to try and repeat this year, which he's got a good shot. Got to go through Jason Nolfo, who pinned him in his only loss the past year, snapped his 61-match winning streak. But as you mentioned, Heffernan doing a great job turning Illinois into a perennial powerhouse.
And yeah, and he brought in Mark Perry, one of the great college wrestlers of our time. And then Mark Perry was a head coach, but then opted to be an assistant under Jim Heffernan because of just the Big Ten tradition and the level of competition, and he brought one of his best wrestlers with him. As Jodeh is down in riding time right here, 2:50 of riding time for Thorn, trying to get out. Here is Jodeh in this third period. It does not look good for Jodeh. Maybe just trying to not make it a major decision, just keep it a decision for his team so they can still try to compete and hopefully recover when Kyle Langenderver takes on Jake Short at 149 pounds.
Thorn just trying to ride this one out, get a decision for the Golden Gophers, give them back the lead here.
30 seconds to go here in the third period. Jodeh going to try his best to get out, trying to get his balance and move up, but Thorn able to keep his left knee down and bring him up, but Jodeh's up. He just has to slip out, and he does. Back in the neutral position. Now it is 5-2, 15 seconds to go, so Jodeh's going to have to pull off something spectacular to win this match.
Yeah, pin might be the only thing that he's going to be able to do as he's down 5-2. He's going to lose that riding time point also, so we're down to 3 seconds.
Jodeh tries to do something there with the right leg, but doesn't. There we go. It is a loss for Musa Jodeh and a victory for Tommy Thorn, 6th in the country. Now he's 29-7